And then he was like, "Oh, can I check out your work?" And I was like, "Sure, like this is my TikTok account, like this is where I post like my life and like, share my experiences."
Yeah, you're gonna get ghosted after that. What up, guys? Welcome to my reaction series. Today we are reacting to a woman talking about why she is perpetually single.
I just came to a realization the other day when this man rejected me, and it kind of helped me understand one of the many reasons why I'm still single. Number one, and I think the main reason, is because I keep on saying the prayer, like, I don't want to go into another relationship until you put me with my husband, Lord. And I feel like he's really been answering that prayer because,
Yeah, that's not a great mindset in dating because men, they want to get laid on the first date. They might want to get married eventually, but if you start with, oh, I want to get married, they think you're crazy in general.
I've been single for a minute now. And that's okay. Like, I have gone on dates, but it hasn't worked out. And you know what? Jesus is just protecting my heart. But I did learn something the other day. So I was talking to this man for like literally 5 minutes. It wasn't anything. But he did say, he was like, "Oh, you're a content creator." And I was like, "Yeah." And then he was like, "Oh, can I check out your work?" And I was like, "Sure, like this is my TikTok account, like this is where I post like my life and like, share my experiences."
Yeah, you're gonna get ghosted after that.
Whatever. This is like my personal stuff. It's not for work. So he goes, he looks at my TikTok, he comes back, he said, "Sadie, with all due respect, I don't think I could date somebody who works in social media. I'm sure you work hard, but it seems a bit gimmicky to me." Honestly, period. Thank you for telling me the truth, sir. I told him that too. I said, "Wow, thank you for being upfront, because I feel like a lot of men think like you and they just don't share that with me." And you know what? If I'm not the book you should be reading, then don't read it. This explains a lot, because I've gone on dates with men and then I feel like they find my social media and I just don't hear from them as much. I think when you're like a normal person, you don't have a following, but you post as if you had a following because it is what you want to do. I think people root for you, and then I think other people are like, "Oh, this is cringe." And I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of the men that I go on dates with are like, "This is cringe. She's literally not famous and she posts all the time and it's annoying." And and that's fine. That's fine. Like, it just means I'm not the cup of tea you should be drinking. And so I was talking to, I'm not going to say who I was talking to because they didn't mean this in a bad way, but I was talking to someone about this and they were like, "Oh, do you think that you come off across as fake?" And I'm like, "No, like I do talk a little bit different in my videos, but that's because I'm not going to talk like normally and then I don't have the same energy. And then you guys are scrolling because you're like, oh, she's kind of boring." Like,
Yeah, so this is probably the first time a man's ever been honest with her in her life. Men are not generally honest because a lot of times we punish it. In this case, maybe she didn't, but in general, women just don't reward honesty. If you have been watching my channel, you know that the dating market is full of modern women that have many traits that can make them difficult to deal with. Now, I know what you may be thinking. Why should I learn how to approach and flirt with women in this current dating market? Well, it's because most men still want relationships and some even want marriage. What happens not if, but when you come across the small minority of relationship and marriage-minded women? Do you really want to let that woman slip by and wonder what could have been if only you would have been better prepared and more confident? When the type of woman you would want crosses your path, you have to be equipped with the tools to be able to make any woman eager to escalate with you, date you, sleep with you, and be with you. That's where Marnie comes in. She has helped thousands of men transform their dating lives with her science-backed flirting method, the F formula, which has been used by tens of thousands of men worldwide. This proven system helps you attract the women you want and to build your confidence. If you've chosen to opt out of the dating market, you can make that choice. But for those ready to address their flirting failures and finally date the women they deserve, the Wing Girl method is for you. If you're not taking action now, you're setting yourself up to be left behind while others approach the women that you were too scared to go after. With the F formula, no girl is uninterested and no girl is out of your league. No need to be 6 feet tall, no need for the 6-figure salary, and no need for six-pack abs. With the F formula, those things are not necessary. Apply this method and you'll start seeing results almost immediately. Why trust Marnie's F formula? Over 100,000 men have already experienced life-changing results. I was a skeptic, but today I had my first silent moment with a beautiful woman, an amazing eye contact exchange at Trader Joe's. It was my first attempt after reading the F formula just once. It unlocked a whole new level of confidence and assurance. It is on. The next testimonial we have is Fred. I just want to take a moment to say that I'm really happy with the F formula information. It has improved my interactions with women to the point I've connected with a 37-year-old woman who was completely focused on avoiding relationships and dedicated herself to work. But now she is totally in love with me and wants to start a family, even though I'm 65 and have failed many relationships in the past. To sum it all up in one word, wow. And because the Wing Girl Method is sponsoring today's video, they're offering my viewers an unbeatable deal. Just click on the first link in the description now and grab your exclusive preview of the F formula completely free. Plus, if you decide to pick up the full program, you'll get an extra 20% off. If you're tired of failing at flirting and being stuck on the sidelines, stop wasting time, take control of your dating life, and click the link below and get access to it right away.
You gotta put a little oomph in your videos so people stay and watch. But it's like, that's nothing wrong with me, and it's nothing wrong with him. Like, that's just not what he's looking for. And obviously, I'm not gonna be with someone who doesn't accept me for who I am and what I like to do and like my line of work. I don't even know exactly what I'm trying to say. I just like noticed that and I was like, wow, like I think a lot of men think like this and they just don't say it to my face. But like, thanks for saying that. It wasn't said to my face. It was
a lot of men do think like this and they don't say it to your face. Yeah. And I can tell you as a woman with a big social media following, this is not an asset to men. Occasionally you might get men that might see it as a tool that they could use. Like in a long-term context, but in general, no.
For text, but like still, no, I know. But at the same time, I guess this is like an indicator and a reminder. Continue to be yourself and do what you love, because one day you will find someone who loves you.
Translation, I don't care what men want. I'm going to do what I want, which is most women. At least she's being honest.
For who you are and what you love, and accepts every single part of you.
Yeah, beta men. Anyways, okay. Next, we're good. All right. Anyways, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. Have you ever dated a woman with a large social media following, and what was it like? Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.